Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chine. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. In today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to make a crop shirt with a bishop collar. So if you're interested in learning how I made this, please keep watching. To start making this shirt, I'm going to get the length of the shirt. Now the length of the shirt is 18 inches. I'm going to add 1 inch for folding. Now if you want to get the length of your shirt, just measure from your shoulder to half length. That will give you the length of the shirt. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out 2 inches. Okay, now this 2 inches is going to be for my button, for the front button. I'm going to be drafting the front and the back at the same time. So you just have to measure out 2 inches, then fold it in. I'm folding it in because I'm drafting the front and the back at the same time. You can use 2.5 or 3 inches for this button side. It all depends on what you want. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to get my shoulder measurement. Now this shirt is a cut together shirt. It simply means you're not going to get the armhole. So I'm going to get my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 16 inches. If I divide it by 2, I'll get 8. Then for the sleeve, I'm going to be using 8 inches, 7 inches for the sleeve and 1 inch for the folding. Then on that sleeve part, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Now for the neck depth, I'm going to be using 3 inches, and for the neck width, I'm going to be using 2 inches. For the neck depth, you can also use 2.5. So when you're done joining the shoulder, if the neck is too tight, you can go ahead and adjust it. So I'm going to use my curve ruler to connect it. Then I'll use my ruler to draw a slant line from the shoulder to the sleeve point. So just watch what I'm doing. After drawing the slant line, I'm going to get my round sleeve measurement. So my round sleeve is 16 inches. If I divide it by 2, I'll have 8. So I'll just draw a straight line. So the next thing I'm going to do is to get my shoulder to bust point measurement. Now the reason why I'm going to be using the shoulder to bust point measurement is so that I can put my bust measurement on the line of the bust point. So I'm going to get the shoulder to bust point, then I'll divide my bust measurement by 4. Okay, I'll add 2 inches for ease and 1 inch for sewing allowance. I hope you guys understand. I'll go again. So I'm going to divide my bust measurement by 4. I'll add 2 inches for ease and 1 inch for sewing allowance. So I'm going to put the same measurement on the waist. Okay, on the half length, I'm just going to put the same measurement, then I'll draw a straight line, then I'll use my marker to just connect it to the sleeve. I'm going to get the back neck depth. Like I said earlier, I'm drafting the front and the back at the same time. I'll cut the back first, then I'll go ahead and cut the front. So for the depth, I'm using 1 inch. Okay, I'll just connect it to the width of the shirt. So I'm done drafting at this point. The next thing I'm going to do is to cut out my shirt. I'm going to place it on my fabric and cut the back first, then I'll cut the front. So I'm done cutting this shirt here, and this is what I have. So I'm starting with the back. I'll cut the back first and I'll cut the front. So what I'm going to do now is I'll fold my fabric into two. Then I'll cut out the front and the back. So I'm cutting the back here. As you can see, I'm not adding any allowance, but I'm going to add half inch on the shoulder so that I can use the half inch to join. So after cutting the back, I'll place the pattern and also cut the front. So to cut the front, I'm going to reduce the neckline first, then I'll just bring out the button side and cut. I folded my fabric into two here. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to start joining the front and the back. This shirt is very easy to make. It doesn't take up much time. After cutting out the front, I'm going to measure out the 2 inches I removed for the button, then I'll notch. I'm going to go ahead and open up the center because I folded the fabric into 2, so I have to open the center. Then I'll start joining the front and the back. Before I start joining the front and the back, I'm going to use hemming gum to iron out the button part. Now I'm using hemming gum because I'm working with a soft crepe fabric, so I need it to just lay down very flat. So after ironing it, I'll just go to my sewing machine and sew. Before I iron, I had to weave the edges. Now you can fold the button part twice, or just weave it and use your hemming gum to iron, so that it will be very easy and there won't be any kind of bulge. So I'm going to put hemming gum in between, then I will just iron it. If you're using a soft crepe material, it's very advisable to just use your hemming gum to iron out the button part. It's way more easy like that. So I'm done ironing it here. I also went ahead to sew it down. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to join the front and the back shoulder. So I'm done joining it here. The next thing I'm going to do is to fold the sleeve. Now before folding the sleeve, I had to weave it first. Then I'm going to use my hemming gum to just fold it in. Then I'll join the sides. So I'm joining the sides by 1 inch. Please do not forget, I'm joining the sides by 1 inch. So I've gone ahead to do that here. I folded the sleeve and I also went ahead to join the sides by 1 inch. I'm going to fold the down part. The first thing I'll do is to use my weaving machine to weave it first. Then I'll just fold it in by ½ inch or by 0.65. So the next thing I'll be showing you guys is how to cut out the collar. To cut the collar, I'm going to measure round the neck. Now I got 18 inches, so I'm going to be drafting the collar on a pattern paper. So I'm going to divide the neck by 2. I got 18 inches, so if I divide it by 2, I'll have 9. I'll just mark 9 inches, then I'll cut off the rest. I'll divide the 9 inches into 2. I'll have 4.5. I'll mark it. Then on the side of the collar, I'm going to go up by 1 inch. I'm going to go up by 1 inch. Then I'll connect to my 4.5. Okay, I'll just connect to my 4.5. Then after connecting it with a curve ruler, you're going to go up by 1 inch. Just mark the 1 inch until you get to the center. Then use your marker to just connect it. You can either use ruler to connect this or you use freehand. So just connect it the way you see me doing. Then cut out the collar. Okay, just cut out the collar from the side. Just come in by 0.65. Then use your marker to connect a curve. That's if you want your collar to have a curve in front. So just use your marker to connect, and this is what you should have. So this is my collar. I'm going to place it on a paper stay, then cut exactly what I have on the paper. So after cutting it out, I'll place it on my fabric and add ½ inch on all the sides. Sometimes you can cut the collar directly on your fabric, but I like cutting on the paper stay so that it will be easy for me to just trace it out when I'm sewing. So I'm just going to add ½ inch on all the sides. So I'm done cutting out the collar here. I cut 2 pieces of the collar. So the part I ironed the paper stay, I folded ½ inch. Okay, I folded in ½ inch. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to sew the ½ inch allowance I added to the collar. So I'm just going to sew the ½ inch allowance I added to the collar. Then I'll turn it to the other side. So I'm done joining the collar here. The next thing I'm going to do is to join the collar to the shirt. I'm going to join one side first, then the folded part I'll just place it on top and sew it down. Just watch it closely, it's very easy to understand. So I'll go to my sewing machine and join one part, then I'll come back and show you guys how to place the other side. So I'm done joining the other part here. So I'm going to just place the folded part of my collar, then I'll go to my sewing machine and sew it down. So I'll just quickly do that, then I'll show you guys the finished result. So after sewing the collar, this is what I have. As you can see, the bishop collar came out well. So this is the end of this tutorial. I hope you've learned something. If you have any question, ask me in the comment section. I'm going to post a video of how to sew the trouser. I've already posted a video on how to draft a basic trouser. So the next video I'll be posting is how to sew the trouser. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up and turn on your notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be notified. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have more amazing videos coming up on this channel, so you wouldn't want to miss out on any of my videos. So this is the finished result. I'm going to post a video on how to sew the trouser. Once I add my buttonhole and button, this shirt will be ready. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.